In this lesson, we'll be learning about points of sail. To assist you, we've included a number of tools. The first tool is going to be our wheel. It's going to show the wind direction, the position of the mainsail, and the windward side of the boat. On top, you'll see common ASA and U.S. sailing terms for points of sail, and on the bottom, you'll see helpful comments such as the direction or the tack that you're on. There are 6 terms that describe the points of sail: in irons, close hauled, close reaching, beam reaching, broad reaching, and running. 3 of those describe heading up into the wind: in irons, close hauled, and close reaching. 1 describes a wind coming over at a right angle or over the beam of the boat. This would be beam reaching. And finally, 2 describe bearing away or sailing downwind. Let's learn about the first one of those on our list, in irons. In irons is sailing directly in the wind. Now, actually, we can't really sail directly in the wind very far anyway, at least without auxiliary power. Because when the wind is coming directly over the bow of the boat loses speed, maneuverability, and then stops. Basically, in irons means you can't go forward and the sails are luffing. Now, a helmsman can use this to their advantage when it's time to drop their anchor or an emergency stop. Let's take a look. The helmsman sheets in, turns the rudder, heads into the wind, the sails begin to luff, and the boat comes to a stop. Now let's learn about our next term, close hauled. Close hauled means to sail as close to the direction of the wind as possible. Now most sailboats can sail about 45 degrees into the wind. Here's an example of the boat sailing on a starboard tack and a port tack. As you can see, our boat has the sail that's slightly out. Often this is considered a contest between the boat and the wind. The helmsman tries to beat the wind, so that's how the term beating originated. Before we look at the next specific point of sail, let's discuss reaching. Of all the definitions, Colgate's definition of reaching may be the easiest to understand. Basically, he says reaching is sailing with the wind coming across the boat. As you'll see, reaching is a very broad range. In fact, it's any point between close hauled and running. Running, of course, is when the wind comes from behind the boat. As you see, there's a very wide angle. Now, reaching is divided into 3 specific points of sail: the close reach, beam reach, and broad reach. Now let's learn about the first of these points of sail, the close reach. Close reach is a narrow angle of sail. It's one of the 3 reaches, and this one is the only one that you're sailing upwind. Again, on a starboard tack and a port tack. And here we've eased the sheet, allowing the mainsail out. Now let's learn about the second reach, the beam reach. A beam reach is the narrowest angle of sail. It's defined as the wind coming directly over the beam or directly over the side of the boat. The broad reach has the widest angle of sail. Broad reach sailing is sailing downwind with the wind coming over the aft corner of the boat. Finally, let's learn about the last point of sail, running. Running is sailing downwind with the wind directly behind the boat. The sails are let out nearly 90 degrees. In terms of comfort, this is the easiest point of sail. However, it may also be the most dangerous due to the risk of an accidental jibe. Let's take a look. In the jibe, the boom swings across the boat, potentially injuring the helmsman or crew. Now, you're also going to hear about the term called wing and wing, and this is where you're running with the head and mainsail on opposite tacks. So let's review our 6 points of sail. In irons, close hauled, close reach, beam reach, broad reaching, and running.